Dennis Weaver here from Friday Night Thunder, and the playoff season is here. 200 teams begin their quest this Friday for 8 state championships come November. 88 games are on tap for Friday night as another 24 teams get a first-round bye. And here's your Friday Night Thunder statewide playoff preview. In Division II games, 4 matchups in Class 2A as Pope John Paul travels to Briarcrest, with the winner taking on Brentwood Academy next week. BGA and St. Benedict travel to Chattanooga take on Baylor and McCauley respectively, with those winners visiting MUS and Innsworth in the second round. In Class Single A, Nashville and Memphis host first-round games as SBEC travels to DCA and Ezell Harding host Fayette Academy, those in Music City. In the Bluff City, St. George's hosts Davidson Academy, Zion Christian visits Harding Academy. Knox Webb, USJ, Evangelical Christian, and FRA all gained first-round byes in the Division II Class Single A playoffs. Speaking of byes, Division I's Class Single A sees 8 teams with first-round byes. In Quad 1, Greenback rests this week awaiting the winner of Lookout Valley at Copper Basin, while Coalfield awaits the Midway at Cloudland winner. In Quad 2, a 10-0 Moore County gains the 1 seed in the toughest quadrant in 1A. They'll get the winner of Monterey at Eagleville in the second round, while Gordonsville awaits the Columbia Academy at South Pittsburgh winner. In Quad 3, Collinwood awaits the winner of Wayne County at Joe Burns, while Clarksville Academy will face the McEwen-Nashville Christian winner in round 2. Quad 4, West Carroll and Union City get the first-round byes. On Friday, Gleason hosts Halls, while Lake County goes to Huntington. Class 2A has 8 first-round byes as well. In the loaded Quad 1, 5 of the 6 teams have 9-1 records. Knox, Grace, and Oneida both earned first-round byes, with Grace taking the winner of the 4-5 game between Silverdale and Hampton. In the 3-6 matchup, Boyd Buchanan hosts Rockwood. Quad 2 is no slouch itself, featuring Friendship Christian and Marion County with the byes. Cascade travels to Watertown with the winner drawing Friendship, while Trousdale County hosts Jackson County on the Creek Bank, with the winner getting Marion County. In Quad 3, Adamsville gets a bye and will host the winner of Forest at Mount Pleasant, while Loretto awaits the White House Heritage at Houston County winner in round 2. Quad 4 features Dresden awaiting the Booker T. Washington at Trinity Christian winner, while the Longhorns of Westwood await the winner of the Humboldt at Peabody game. No byes in the rest of the Division I playoff brackets as we begin in 3A. East Tennessee's Quad 1, Elizabethton hosts Johnson County, while the Black Knights of Chucky Doak travel to Gatlinburg-Pittman. Cumberland Gap will host West Green, and Unicoi County travels to Sullivan North. Quad 2 will run through Alcoa again as the number 1 seeded Tornadoes host McMinn Central. Sweetwater welcomes Tyner to Monroe County. In the bottom half of the quad, Polk County hosts Kingston, while CAK entertains Loudon. In Quad 3, Cheatham County is undefeated and will host Grundy County, while Smith County hosts Fairview in one of the best matchups in the state this coming week. Also in Quad 3, York Institute travels to Westmoreland as Goodpasture travels to CPA. In Quad 4, second-year program South Gibson will host their first ever playoff game against East Hickman, who also earned their first playoff berth. That winner will take on the winner of District 12's rematch between Lewis County and Hickman County. Also in Quad 4, Milan hosts Manassas, while Jackson Central Mary visits Camden. In Class 4A, Quad 1 features a 9-1 Livingston Academy as the 1 seed hosting number 8 Granger. DeKalb County will play host to Sequoia, while defending state champ Greenville will entertain Gibbs. Fulton hosts Carter in a battle of Knoxville teams. Quad 2 runs through the Brickyard as 10-0 Giles County is the number 1 seed. They host Lipscomb Academy on Friday night. In Chattanooga, Hickson will visit Notre Dame. Page visits Signal Mountain. East Hamilton hosts Marshall County. In Quad 3, Lexington is the 1 seed and hosts Jackson Southside, while Liberty Magnet hosts Sycamore. Maplewood earned a 3 seed and will host Crockett County, while the 2 seed is White House, who hosts Chester County. Covington is 10-0 and the number 1 seed in Quad 4. They will host Hillcrest. Raleigh Egypt visits Sheffield, Dyersburg visits Trezevant, and Mitchell hosts Fairleigh. In Class 5, a late Saturday correction put Sullivan South in the playoffs after the brackets were released on Saturday morning, and it forced them into Quad 2 where they must travel to Columbia. Also in Quad 2, Tullahoma hosts White County, Anderson County travels to Ooltewah, and Walker Valley travels to Lenoir City. In Quad 1, Powell is the 1 seed and it will host Knox Central. Knox West hosts South Doyle. Tennessee visits Daniel Boone, while Cherokee will play Morristown West. In Quad 3, 10-0 Beach will entertain Kenwood, Hillsborough travels to Antioch, Portland travels to Centennial, Station Camp will visit Clarksville Northeast. Quad 4's number 1 seed is also 10-0 in Jackson Northside. They host Mumford in a District 13 rematch on Friday. Also on Friday, Hamilton hosts Henry County, Hardin County travels to Craigmont, and Ridgeway will play host to Lawrence County. In Class 6A, Quad 1 is stacked and led by unbeaten and number 1 seed Maryville, who host Hardin Valley. Oak Ridge hosts Science Hill. Sevier County will be at home against Jefferson County, and unbeaten Dobbins-Bennett host Bearden. 4 District 7 teams do battle in Quad 3 as number 1 Siegel host crosstown rival Oakland. Blackman travels to Cookville, while the number 6 seed Riverdale visits Cane Ridge, who's having their first ever playoff game. McMinn County also hosts Bradley Central in Quad 2. In Quad 3, Dixon County hosts McGavick, Independence travels to Mount Juliet, Arlington hosts Nashville Overton, Wilson Central travels to Brentwood. In Quad 4, nationally ranked Whitehaven is the number 1 seed at home against Collierville, Southwind hosts Houston, Bolton travels to Germantown, and Millington visits Brighton. That does it for the Friday Night Thunder playoff preview. Keep up with all the scores on Friday night with our live scoreboard available at our website, FridayNightThunder.com. This has been Dennis Weaver for Friday Night Thunder.